Yo, what's up guys? Today we are going to be looking at some Skillcape perks that just came out. Hopefully you all had a great double XP weekend and got a lot of 99s and gains in general, because if you did get a few 99s then you'll be able to use some of the perks that I mentioned in this video. Now Skillcape perks originally came out in old school RS I think like over a year ago, and in old school apparently this update impacted the players really well, so they decided to bring it to RS3. Now honestly in my opinion this is a fantastic idea, because when you get a Skillcape it's just a cosmetic item really, but now as of today's update you kind of get an extra thing that you unlock at level 99 apart from just the Skillcape. And also if you have a max cape or a completionist cape you can store 3 of the Skillcape perks in that cape, so that just gives you that little bit of an extra reward for maxing. However, if you do decide to store a perk in your max cape or completionist cape then the normal Skillcape will be consumed, so you will have to use up one of your Skillcapes in order to put it into your max cape. And also you can't have different max capes or completionist capes with different perks in them, they're all going to be the same, so if you have 3 max capes all of the 3 same perks are going to be in those capes. Some of the perks that I'm going to be showing you are pretty good, so you may want to use more than one of them at once, so this is going to come in very handy if you want to do that. So without further ado, let's check out what those perks actually are. First up, we're going to start with the attack Skillcape, and this provides you a chance to not degrade various items whilst in combat. It's not specified on what this chance is, but honestly just looking at it as a perk alone seems pretty good. In case some of you don't know, the degrade system for some items works like, let's say the malevolent armor has 100,000 charges of combat. Now what does that mean? Well, these charges get taken down for every hit taken, every special attack you use, and I think every auto attack you use as well. So I'm assuming every time that you do one of these actions, this cape will allow you to have a chance of it not actually taking a charge down. I can't imagine the chance being that high, maybe 2 to 5%, but nonetheless, just looking at it straight on seems like a pretty solid perk. Next we just have a fairly simple one, which is Constitution, and this just provides you double base health regeneration. Not really sure how much this is going to get used, I don't think it's going to get used that much, but I mean there's not really much you can give to a hit points perk, so that's just going to have to do. The Mining Cape perk gives you a +2 invisible mining level bonus, so this is pretty good. Just gives you 101 mining if you're not using any other boosts, so in theory it might just make you mine a little bit faster. For the Strength Cape, it allows the ability Dismember to last an extra 2 seconds. So if we take a look at that ability, what it says is dismember your target dealing up to 188% weapon damage over 6 seconds. That will change to 8 seconds instead of the original 6. Now I'm not a high tier PVMer myself, so I have no idea if this is any good or not. So if there are any high tier PVMers that are watching this video, please let me know if you think this is a good perk or not down in the comments. The Agility Cape provides you a chance of being awarded double tickets at the Brimhaven Agility Arena, and this also stacks with the Karamja task set reward, which gives you an extra 10%. Now I'm not really sure why this is a Skillcape perk, because I mean no one really uses the Brimhaven Agility Arena if you're past level 99. The XP that you get there is just turd compared to a lot of other methods that you can use, so yeah, I'm not really sure on what the point of this one is. I just kinda hope it gets changed for something better. As for the Smithing Cape, it provides the effect of having the goldsmith gauntlets equipped, but no one really smiths gold past level 99, so I'm pretty sure very few people are going to be using this. Next is one that I think is pretty damn good, and that is the defense perk, and this just acts as a sign of life. I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of those that you just stick into your max cape if you're going to be using one of those. It just makes you not have to make portents of life anymore or wear sign of lives in your pocket slot. So yeah, this seems like a pretty good perk. Now this next one is kinda insane, and that is the Herbler perk, and this allows you to clean grimy herbs instantly. Just take a look at what I'm doing on screen. Now this is real time, I'm not speeding it up or anything. The herbs are cleaned instantly as soon as you use the ability, and if you use bank presets as well like I'm doing in the video, you can clean around 550 a minute. At least that's what I got in this minute of doing it, and I made a couple of mistakes in there, and then that means that you can clean over 30,000 herbs an hour if you're doing this. So yeah, that's really insane compared to the 5,000 or 6,000 that you could only clean prior to this. Maybe it should be capped at 10k an hour, but I mean, I don't know, let me know what you guys think about this. However, moving on, the Fishing Cape gives you a chance to gain an additional catch when you're catching fish. Once again, we're not really given the details on what that chance is, but nonetheless, if you're going to be doing a lot of fishing, then you might as well wear this. The Range Cape provides the effects of Ava's devices, so basically it'll just pick up ammo for you whenever you're using range stuff, and also you can find buried elite clue scrolls as well. The Thieving Cape reduces the duration you're stunned for when you're caught thieving from 4.2 seconds to 3 seconds. Now if anyone's going to be using this, I think it needs the R-down cape effect as well. Otherwise everyone's just going to still be using that, because the effect that that one has is just so much better than this one. And I think the only reason someone would wear the Thieving Cape over the R-down cape is if they don't actually have the R-down cape unlocked. So yeah, I think this one needs updated. I think you need to have it have the effect of the R-down cape as well, or just change it completely. But honestly, I have no idea what the hell they could change it to. One thing I just remembered remembered, if you have the comp cape, you have the R down effects in that comp cape. So if you add this new perk onto that comp cape, then you'll have both of the effects. So maybe this is what Jagex wanted and didn't release it with the two effects on purpose. The cooking cape perk is a very simple one. It just stops you from burning any type of food, and this just makes it so you won't have to wear cooking gauntlets anymore. The prayer cape is very useful if you plan on training it past level 99. When you go to your gilded altar, this cape will act as if the two burners are always lit. So that means you won't have to carry around 2 Morental every time you go to your house to light the burners, because this cape will act as if they were already lit. Next is the crafting cape, and this only provides the ability to never require thread when crafting. Now I'm not really sure how useful this is. I mean, thread doesn't really break the bank, but I mean, I guess you just have one extra inventory slot to craft stuff. For the fire making cape, it gives you the ability to create an elder log fire at your current location. So all you have to do for this is right click on the cape and then press activate and it'll create a fire. Can't really think of any situations where you'll just need like an instant fire, but I mean, if there are any, you can use this to do it. For the magic cape, it gives you the ability to swap your spellbook at banks. So this is pretty useful. Just go to any bank, right click on the skill cape and press activate, and then in that little menu there you'll be able to swap your spellbook. Just a good quality of life update for those of you that swap your spellbook quite frequently. Next up we have the fletching cape, and this provides you a chance to automatically string a bow when making unstrung bows. Once again, the chance is not specified, but I can't imagine it being that high, but I mean, it's just a good perk to have if you want to train up your skill past level 99. The woodcutting cape gives you an increased chance of receiving a bird's nest or a crystal geode, so this just gives you an extra chance to get some increased rewards whilst woodcutting. Now this one's quite an interesting one, and that is the rune crafting cape, and this gives you the ability to reveal the required rune for the Rune Goldberg Machine. Now if you don't know what the Rune Goldberg Machine, basically it's just a daily D&D that gives you Viswax. And in order to get that Viswax, you have to first find out what the right rune is, so this perk will basically just tell them what that right rune is. I think this is definitely one of the most useful Skillcape perks and will be wanted by those of you that do daily Viswax. The Slayer cape provides the ability to teleport to all available Slayer Masters. So once again, just another good quality of life change. Once you finish your Slayer task, all you have to do is activate it and then teleport straight back to your Slayer Master. The farming cape gives you a chance to instantly harvest all resources from a crop. Not really sure how useful this is going to be for those of you that are level 99. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. As for construction, I really like this perk. Whenever you're making planks, it is cheaper. Now I tested this out with mahogany planks. Whenever you're not using the cape, it costs 1,350 coins per plank, and when you are using the cape, it costs only 1,200. So that means that this cape is going to be saving you 150 GP every plank that you make, which is obviously a lot when you add it all up. So if you like to make your money by making planks, then you should definitely be wearing your construction cape whenever you're doing it. The Hunter Cape gives you the ability to gain the effects of a Juju Hunter Potion, and I mean, you can just buy one from the Grand Exchange anyway, they're only like 5k each, so I'm pretty sure this is not a good perk at all. I mean, you could just buy the normal Hunter Potion without even needing the chance to get one. So yeah, this is one that I just hope they change to make it similar to like the fishing or mining one. Just give us an increased chance to catch stuff, and then I think it would be a good perk. The Summoning Cape gives you a chance to not consume a charm when you're infusing pouches. Can't really complain about anything there, just looks like a solid perk. That's probably like the perfect one to actually give summoning. The only other one that I could think that would be good for summoning would be like 10% increased time on your familiars. But I mean, the one it has right now is pretty great if you plan on going for 120. The next one is Dungeoneering, and this one gives you a teleport to all available resource dungeons, which is insane. Just look at all the options that it gives you when you press activate. There's 20 teleports in this thing, so it will just allow you to teleport everywhere pretty easily. And one thing that came to my mind instantly when I saw this perk is you can just use this to teleport to frost dragons, and then once you've got a full inventory of bones, use your toggle Zo, teleport to the bank, and then just teleport straight back to frost dragons. So this will just mean that you won't have to use any magic note paper, or if you don't have a yak, you won't have to use the yak. It will just make frost dragons a much better money making method for those of you that don't have either 96 summoning or those of you that just don't want to use magic note paper. And yeah, pretty solid perk once again. The Divination Cape gives you a chance to save an ingredient when weaving divination energy, which can come in useful at times. If you guys experiment for yourself, maybe you can find some profitable things in there. I've heard it works with cursed energy as well, so maybe when you're converting cursed energy into incandescent energy, you can save some of that cursed energy. So yeah, like I said, just go experiment for yourselves and you may find some good things in there. And finally, for the Skillcape perks, we have Invention, and this slows the drain rate of Invention charge. So this will definitely come in useful when you are using your items that are augmented. It will just save you quite a bit of money in the long run. So I can imagine this being one of the perks that people add to their max cape or comp cape. Now there is one more cape that got a perk, and it's not a skill cape, but it's the quest cape. And that perk adds 30 seconds onto your Tears of Guthix time, so you'll have a lot more time to get that extra XP, especially since the amount of time that you get in the Tears of Guthix arena already scales with your quest points. So if you're ever going to go to Tears of Guthix, make sure you're wearing this if you have it. But anyways guys, that is it. That is the end of this video. Just wanted to spread the awareness about these Skillcape perks just in case you don't read the Runescape homepage, and I also kind of wanted to start a discussion on them here. So please let me know what you think about them in the comments. I generally think they're pretty good. In the past I've seen a few people on the Runescape Reddit ask for them, and I'm pretty happy that they've brought them out. But anyway, yeah, with that being said, it's a thumbs up from me, and as always, thank you for watching, subscribe if you're new, and peace.